Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So over the past couple days, I've been doing what I like to think a pretty good job of getting some stuff done around the property. We got the beaver dams cleared out, well, a couple of them. We got a little bit of the creek cleaned up. Then I went around and restocked the corn at the trail cameras to, help keep feeding the deer, make sure they're good and fed, and then also just to kind of monitor what's going on over at the property. So today we're gonna have a little bit of fun. So last night my buddy Josh and I went out coyote hunting, and I'm in the middle of updating one of my ARs. I wanted to do some things to it, but I'm waiting on some parts for it. So I ended up just taking a lot of the stuff I'm using for that, putting it on my super cheap Palmetto State Armory build that I did a few weeks ago. If you missed that video, there's a link for it. You can check it out. So I ended up putting the scope and bipod and laser and light and everything on it. I sighted it in decently well, but I figured today, since I had a little bit of free time, I'd come up to the lead dump and show you guys the laser bore sight, show you how to kind of zero everything in and make sure it's as accurate as possible. Now the sun's shining, don't let that fool you. It's like 20 degrees, so got my nice heated jacket on. Thank you, Dad. We're about to get the rifle set up and get the laser bore sight going. Okay, so I have everything out and kind of set up. Now I don't have a shooting post up here yet, so I'm going to be shooting out of the bed of my truck, and I'll take you through how I'm going to make sure I'm trying to get the most accurate shot possible. Let me take you through everything that I got so far, and again, this stuff is meant for a different gun, so I find this stuff enjoyable. So even though I'm going to be taking this off this firearm and putting it on one of my other ones, I still have fun doing this stuff. So with that being said, here it is. Just starting off up front. Now again, this is my Palmetto State Armory build. I think the upper, lower BCG and charging handle were approximately $380, $400. I was very happy with the results. It shot smooth. It cycled nice, super easy to clean, just like every other AR is. We started off with the CV Life Bipod. I like this one. It doesn't swivel, but you do have some flexibility from side to side if you need to kind of lean your firearm side to side. The legs are adjustable. There's 3 or 4 different positions that you can put each of them in. My truck is on a slope, so this leg is a tad bit shorter just to make sure it's level. Next we have our Wicked Lights side mount light. It came with the Picatinny rail mount. It comes with the regular on switch on the back, as well as the pressure switch that I have routed underneath to where my thumb is on the other side there. I believe this light is good. This is the P30 model. I believe that is good for up to 630 yards. The only thing I don't like about this is you can't adjust the beam. So if you want a more focused beam, you can't do it. So last night we were sitting on top of the backstop, which is approximately 100 yards away from me, and we were trying to shine this hill over there, and my light, it was doing a decent job, but Josh's light was doing so much better because he could focus his beam to a smaller beam of light and get a higher concentrated area that was more lit up. So I think I'll probably leave this one on it and get a better light for my other gun whenever I switch this scope and everything over. So over here we have the pressure switch for it. It's daylight, so you can't really see it. Another thing, they do give you caps that have a green filter and a red filter. So if you use your red filter for coyote hunting, coyotes can't see the red light. That's how you do that. Next is the scope setup. Now this was a whole big thing. I looked on their website and this setup goes for, I believe, $4.99 straight through them. I went on Amazon and I found the exact same thing for $170. So I haven't got to use it yet, so I'm hoping today gives me a good idea on how well it functions while you're firing. But basically you have your scope that is a 4 to 16 power magnification. It comes with the red dot that's mounted on the top. There was a flashlight mounted on the side, but I took that off because this light was a lot better. Unfortunately, I couldn't mount this light back here. The bulb area of this was too big, so that's why this one got moved up here. I took this side off. I left this side bare, so then that way whenever I'm walking around, I don't have anything here that's going to get bumped or out of focus. And then over here, we have a laser. It's a green laser, so again, coyote and I believe deer, they don't see green, so that's another good one to use. Hogs also don't use green. And then back here you have your dial that you can change your lighting inside from either red or green. So it's a pretty solid setup, and everything that I've used it so far for, it's done great. They do give you these caps so that as you're walking around carrying them, you can either take them off or just, well, that one's coming off. Or you can just flip that off, right like that. So, with all this being said, this is the setup there. I'm going to go ahead and show you the laser bore sight and get this set up and get it going. Okay guys, so right here I have this laser bore sight all set up, ready to go in the barrel of my AR. So basically what this does is it tucks in the front side of the barrel on your AR-15s, or pretty much, you know, whatever firearm you want to use it on. Once you click it on, it'll send out this green light. Don't know if you can, there it is. It's blink. Yeah, so it's only blinking on the camera. It's not actually doing that in real life. But anyways, so it tucks in the barrel like so. I'm gonna slip on some ice. You click this on and yep, you just look through your scope and line it up. So what I like about this is it comes with a bunch of different fittings. So whatever caliber you're trying to use it on, that screws in the end here. I have this one on and pretty much ready to go. It was a little bit tight on there, that's why it wasn't sliding into the barrel. So once you have the proper end on, I'm sliding on some ice here. You want it to be pretty firm, sliding into the barrel. And then once you get it the whole way in, once it's seated there, you just kind of give it a little turn clockwise to snug that bushing up that's down in here. That way it holds everything nice and firm. Aiming at the chest dot. Low right, low left. Okay, so the first one was really low left, and then the other two were fair low, still left. About 3 clicks, or I'm sorry, drawn it right about 3 clicks. Left. Low. I think we're better centered now. We bring it up a few clicks. So I think it's important to note that people that do this for like a profession, professionally sight guns and everything, they have special vices that go onto benches or shooting posts so that the gun stays locked into one place. It doesn't move or anything from the recoil. So they're able to get the most precise and accurate shots as possible. I obviously don't have that. I'm shooting out of the bed of my truck. So we are definitely getting it a lot closer. Just again, this is a very, very tedious process that requires a lot of finesse. So my first few shots, I think this was this one was one of the first shots. But as you know, you can see I was shooting left and low. So first I was messing with my windage. That'll move your sights side to side. So I got that pulled over to where I'm pretty much aiming at the center. I'm hitting center. I just need to lift it up. These 3 shots, however, I was aiming at this dot up here. So I still have to bring it up a little bit of a ways, but it's progress. So now we're going to take our white spray paint. We're going to spray paint these so we have a nice, fresh, clean slate. Okay, so now that we are on the right track with our side-to-side adjustment, our wind adjustment, now we just have to get our elevation adjustment set. Aiming for the head dot now. Bring that up another couple clicks. Okay, I'm going to drop down and take aim at the chest dot. center of the second silhouette. That hit to the right. That hit the very right side. Close. Center. Take it to the left, just a couple clicks. This thing is dialed. Okay, so this was when I was sighting in the red dot. I had to pull it over a couple clicks, but all in all, sighting in a red dot while using this scope on an unstable platform at 100 yards, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think my scope's pretty good and dialed in, as much as I want to go. Like I said a couple times now, it's coming off and going on a different gun. So I like the scope. I like the red dot. They seem to hold true while you're shooting. You don't have a whole lot of movement. I need it to be a little bit, I can't have this much light when I'm trying to adjust the laser. And dinner time would probably be good when the sun's getting ready to set. I'm able to see. That would be ideal. But as far as that, I like the bipod. I like the scope. The only thing I don't like is that I can't adjust the beam on that flashlight. But other than that, last night it was holding its charge good. The pressure switch for my thumb was working really good. So I have no complaints about any of that stuff, and I would feel perfectly comfortable recommending it. So we're just going to go ahead and paint up these targets and skedaddle on out of here. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Just a couple things I didn't mention. I don't know if you saw it, but I was tapping on my adjustments, my elevation and my windage adjustments on my scope. That's because I like to do that, because as you adjust them, sometimes the internal parts don't seat properly. They're not engaged all the way, so tapping on it allows everything to sit. I do it very lightly. It's nothing that's gonna knock my scope off or anything. It is strictly just to get everything to seat before I take my next couple shots. So that, and then as well as if you're using so for this video we were using Federal 55 grain 5.56 rounds. If you're using a heavier grain or a lighter grain, that is going to change where your bullet's hitting. Not much, but the further back you go, it'll affect it. So just keep that in mind if you're going to try doing it yourself. But I enjoy doing this. I know this scope, I've said it a few times now, this scope is coming off and going on a different rifle. I enjoy doing this stuff. It's fun for me. So if you enjoy this stuff or any of the other stuff I've been doing, firearms related or not, please click the like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody's support that I've been getting up till now. This channel keeps growing, and I enjoy this. This is a lot of fun. So thank you guys very much for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.